I answered the call with a cautious swipe. "Hey, we need your help," my sister's voice trembled through the speaker. The background was a chaos of crashing drawers, muffled cursing, and the metallic clatter of something being thrown away. My heart didn't spike, it didn't pound. It paused, measuring, calculating. I remembered the text from 3 days ago. "You are rich and we need a home. I'm sure you don't mind." I had smiled at it, a slow, deliberate smile, like the corners of my mind curling around a secret satisfaction. I could hear her boyfriend shouting something about bills and furniture. Panic, genuine, delicious. "Everything, it's gone," she whispered, almost inaudible over the chaos. I put my phone down and sat in the quiet of my hotel room, the hum of the air conditioner a steady metronome. The betrayal didn't sting, it merely registered, cold, calculated. By the time I reached home, the damage was subtle yet precise. Boxes opened, personal items discarded. Not haphazardly, but with thought. My work files, my old journals, a carefully preserved collection of photographs. Gone. I walked through the rooms like a ghost, noting the pattern. My sister didn't just want space, she wanted control. To rewrite my world in her image. She had assumed I would be blind to it, that I would forgive, that I would be naive. I wasn't. I started quietly. Phone records first. Her calls spiked to her boyfriend in odd, repetitive bursts. Social media messages deleted. Contacts renamed. Every digital footprint she thought she had erased left a faint echo. My notebooks offered nothing directly, but they reminded me of patterns, small lies accumulating, stories that didn't align. I observed them from a distance. Every careless comment, every nervous laugh. My sister thought panic had dulled her cunning. It hadn't. She was sloppy because she underestimated me. I documented it all. Photos, receipts, timestamps. Mental notes stacked like bricks, ready to collapse on the edifice of their assumptions. At night, I let my mind wander through every confrontation I could stage. Every word I would never need to shout, because the silence would speak louder. The calm surface was deliberate, storms underneath. The evidence arrived in an envelope I had requested, a couriered statement, precise, unarguable. My sister and her boyfriend had liquidated much of what belonged to me, signed off on my belongings, and forged my absence as consent. I waited for the right moment. 3 days later, I called her. She answered, breathless, frantic. I think we made a mistake," she stammered. I stayed silent. We didn't know." I let the pause stretch. The truth was already there. She didn't need to confess. She needed acknowledgement. I pressed one button, sliding a printed report across the kitchen table when she and he came to confront me. "Read it," I said, calmly. "It's all here. Every action, every lie, every attempt to erase me." She froze. Her boyfriend's jaw slackened, eyes wide, frantic. Stop," I interrupted, voice even, almost clinical. "I already know. You thought you could manipulate time, circumstance, me, but you were sloppy, too eager, too desperate." And in that moment I realized it wasn't about my possessions, it was about control. Their illusion that chaos could dominate order. I executed the final move without theatrics. No yelling, no dramatic exits, just a withdrawal. I transferred the title deeds back under my name. The accounts were secured. The house restored. Every trace of their unauthorized presence cataloged. Every claim they made legally invalidated. She begged, he begged. Their panic had matured into terror. But I offered no comfort, no justification, only an icy, deliberate reminder of consequence. "Consider this a lesson," I said softly. My tone was polite, clinical, unmoved. Some things are not yours to take, even if you think they are. And then I walked away, letting the echo of the words sink into the emptiness of their realization. Later, I sat in my restored home, alone. Everything I had lost was replaced, yet the emotional ledger was heavier than any object. I did not feel satisfaction. That would imply a release. I did not feel relief. That would imply vulnerability. I felt clarity. They had acted with greed and thoughtlessness. I had acted with patience and precision. And in the cold arithmetic of truth, I was whole, and they were exposed. The house was quiet, my possessions returned, but the lesson lingered. No pity, no tears, only calculation, observation, and control. I closed the door behind me, and for the first time in days, I smiled. Not for joy, not for triumph, but because the storm had passed, leaving only the residue of order. And order, I knew, was mine to keep forever.